Hey, good evening, everyone. Doing the count there, 3, 6, Councillor Thompson, 7. Who are we missing? Councillor Withy is going to be joining us late tonight. We're still missing someone.
Jonathan.
Oh, Councillor Weeb.
Betsy.
Okay. Well, he's not on the first resolution, so I guess we can start without him. I'm sure that he will be with us shortly. So I will call the meeting to order, and I will confirm that we have quorum. I would like to read the land acknowledgement statement tonight. I would like to respectfully acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe under the terms of the Robinson-Huron Treaty number 61 of 1850 and the Williams Treaties of 1923. We commit to acknowledge, learn, educate, create opportunity, honor sacred places, and take actions toward real truth and reconciliation in support of our commitment to walking the path together in respect, peace, and harmony for future generations. And it was certainly a pleasure to read that tonight because our little commemorative monument that we're getting ready to put in the park in the spring, I sent it through to the cultural group at Rama, and they're very supportive of it, and they've given us a few ideas that we can incorporate into that. So that's going to happen over this winter, and we will all gather to do that next spring. So kind of a nice start to the meeting tonight. There's Councillor Weeb. Welcome, Councillor Weeb. I have a resolution moved by Councillor Fitzgerald and seconded by Councillor Schumacher. Be it resolved that the regular council meeting agenda dated Monday, December 13th, 2021 be adopted as printed and circulated. All in favor? That carries. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest? Seeing none. We do have a fairly short agenda, so it would be surprising if there were any. I have a resolution moved by Councillor Stone and seconded by Councillor Thompson. Be it resolved that the regular council meeting minutes dated November 22nd, 2021 be adopted as printed and circulated. Questions, comments? All in favor? That carries. Okay, reports from committees. First up, the BIA Board of Management, Councillor Stone.
Oh, that's fast tonight. All right. So the holiday market that we had, it was a resounding success. So didn't quite work out, but aside from that, it was wonderful. And no doubt we'll be doing it again. Want to thank Colleen for bringing out some of our new Muskoka chairs that we'll see in the spring on the street, but brought them out for the market. That was great. Lights on the town hall are looking amazing. So fun. And the only other thing is if you're looking for Christmas gifts for your business or yourself, consider downtown dollars. They can be used anywhere downtown, the restaurants, the businesses, and you can get them at Reflections of Muskoka, PharmaSave, or contact the BIA. That's it.
Okay. Any questions of Councillor Stone? Okay. We'll move on to Committee of Adjustment, and it's still you, Councillor Stone.
Well, it was a super fast meeting, 14 minutes. We had one application with nothing controversial at all. So it just went right through.
Okay. Huntsville Lake Bay's Chamber of Commerce, Councillor Weeb.
Thank you, Your Worship. My apologies for arriving late. Not much to report. We're actually moved our meeting to this coming Wednesday. And so that'll be kind of a good meeting to really get things kicked off for the new year on how things are going to look. So not much to report, but that's happening. Of course, I'll say it again, the numbers from the Eclipse Walk with Light, really quite impressive. So I just wanted to give that shout out as well.
Any questions of Councillor Weeb? Okay. I'll just echo the Eclipse Walk with Light is really exciting, and I know lots have been up to see Santa there as well. And also Santa's been on our main street this year too, just in front of the Civic Center. So he's out and about.
We did have a disappointment on Saturday where it was canceled because I had tickets, but they are going to honor them at another time. So that's great.
Yeah, I guess the rain and the windstorm made it pretty much impossible to walk on Saturday night. But okay, nothing for the Municipal Accommodation Tax Board, so we're moving right on to reports. And the first is moved by Councillor Schumacher and seconded by Councillor Armour. Be it resolved that the Accessibility Advisory Committee meeting minutes dated November 23rd, 2021 be adopted as printed and circulated. Who was chairing that one? Councillor Armour? Okay. Do you have any highlights?
It was a good meeting. It was probably the longest meeting that I've chaired in accessibility. It was 3 hours long. So thank all the committee members for their patience in getting through the meeting. We went through the accessibility accomplishments and we in quite detail actually. We had a good report from Director Hernan on streetscape and accessibility crosswalk, the town hall area, and a report from Richard Clark on community planning permit. I think the biggest thing is that out of this, that the committee is going to get together in the new year and we're going to sit down at transit study and we'll be going through and coming up with our 5 wants and bringing that through instead of being convoluted with so many needs in the transit study. So I look forward to that in January. I don't know if Councillor Schumacher has anything to add.
No, well done. Yeah, we're going to look at prioritization and see what's really important to us off of the things that we want to get done.
And just one other thing is our flag. We come up with a great flag, so it's going to be very impressive when we finally get done.
Great. Any questions, Council? I look forward to the input from the committee on the transit so that we can keep that moving. Okay, all in favor of the resolution? And that carries. I have a resolution moved by Deputy Mayor Alcock and seconded by Councillor Weed. Be it resolved that the Planning Committee meeting minutes dated December 8th, 2021 and the recommendations contained therein be hereby adopted as printed and circulated. Deputy Mayor Alcock.
I can be very quick. This was a record timing meeting, less than an hour. We committee did approve 4 zoning bylaw amendments and all not terribly contentious. And the first one, though, I thought I just might make reference to some of the discussion around it or not, because my dogs just started barking. I'll leave that for now. Thanks. Wait, maybe they'll stop.
Are there any questions about the Planning Committee meeting? Seeing none, all in favor? And that carries. I have a resolution moved by, well, it's Councillor Withey. I need a new mover. Councillor Schumacher. And seconded by Councillor Stone. Be it resolved that the regular general committee meeting minutes dated November 24th, 2021 and 3 sets of special general committee meeting minutes dated November 29th at 9 a.m., November 29th at 1 p.m. and December 1st at 2021 be adopted as printed and circulated. And those special committee meeting minutes, of course, were all budget related with the various divisions, operations, community services, and corporate and planning. Any questions on any of those sets of minutes? All in favor? And that carries. I have a resolution moved by Councillor Armour, seconded by Councillor Thompson. Be it resolved that Council approve the request to amend Appendix 2 of the Town Flag Protocol Policy to include the addition of the Alzheimer's Society of Muskoka to the community flag raising list of pre-approved organizations. The Council will remember they were here last week speaking to us. So this is to update our flag policy. Crystal, did you have anything specific to add to that?
No, nothing more to add. It's just per our policy, they have to be added to the pre-approved list of organizations. So that's simply doing that. Thank you.
Questions? All in favor? That carries. Cover resolution moved by, oops, another Councillor Whitby one, hang on. Moved by Councillor Armour, seconded by Deputy Mayor Alcott. Be it resolved that the revised schedules attached to Corp 2021-89 be approved and incorporated into the 2022 fee and charges bylaw to be forwarded to Council for approval effective January 24th, 2022. Julia.
Thank you, Your Worship. So there's just a few changes from the last bylaw update that we brought forward for the 2022 year. We just had a couple of items in the theater that needed to be added for the ticket handling fee and for the piano rental. We also had the short-term rental accommodation rental just had a clerical change there with the date. On the roads and fleet schedule M, we did take off the sidewalk patio license fee, and we're going to be bringing back more information on that because we need to have a better look at that to see what we're going to be doing with that for 2022. So that will be coming back, but we wanted to take it out for now. And then we also added in the student ticket prices. So there's no change to the prices. We just haven't had them on the schedule before. So just to clear that up. And then for cemeteries, we the 2021 rates were included in the bylaw by mistake. So this is the 2022 rate. So it was in the original report, but we just needed to update it in the bylaw. That's everything.
Any questions? All in favor? That carries. And we're at bylaws. Moved by Councillor Thompson, seconded by Councillor Armour. Be it resolved that bylaw numbers 2021-102 and 2021-111 be reported and read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed this 13th day of December 2021. And those would be bylaws 102 load limits, North Wasiosa Lake Road, 103 Melnick road closure, Shore Road closure, 104 Ophelders, Shore Road closure, 105 Chen and Parker rezoning, 106 Matrix construction rezoning, 107 Matrix construction lifting of holding, 108 Pearson rezoning, 109 Bailey rezoning, 110 Jenkins rezoning, and 111 repeal of the MAT agreement bylaw 2019-104. Questions? All in favor? That carries. Now we're under new business already. And I have a resolution moved by Councillor Schumacher and seconded by Councillor Lee. Be it resolved that Council amends recommendation number COM 1919, naming the Aspidon Community Hall Ad Hoc Committee to remove the following members: 1, Jim Demain, and 2, Debbie Anderson. Questions? All in favor? And that carries. Okay, Council, we are at general information, and our CAO is going to give us an update on the COVID Assessment Center. Vaccination Center.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Worship. So as Council is aware, in October, Council supported the operations of Vaccination Center in the Active Living Center. So we currently have both assessment and vaccination centers operating. We've had to spread them out a little bit just because there's been quite an influx for both of those functions. So we are currently utilizing both floors of the Active Living Center. We do have the assessment center, I believe, is upstairs, and the vaccination center is on the main floor. We will continue to work with the organizations we're currently dealing with: Simcoe-Muskoka District Health Unit, the local physicians, the Algonquin Family Health Team, and of course with the province, just to make sure that we can assist with the organizations carrying out these functions. We have had some inquiries about whether we're currently in agreements with these organizations until the end of March. And we have had some requests for some extensions. So we will continue to monitor the situation and see if we can accommodate their requests. We have had to obviously just reshuffle some of our programming, and but thanks to Director Babineau and her team, they've been able to do that successfully. So we've been able to place some of our programming in different areas of the Summit Center. So it's great that we can work with these organizations. It's great to have both of those functions in our community. And I just wanted to let you know what we're utilizing that space for, just in case someone contacts you and perhaps can't book it for a wedding or something. We're currently using those for vaccination and assessment. So I'd be happy to answer any questions if there are any. Thank you, Your Worship.
Council, questions? Okay, that's great. I'm happy that we are able to accommodate hosting both the assessment center and the vaccination center. I think it's important that our community has access right here at home to both those. So as long as we can keep doing that, I think that's great. Council, you have correspondence in your package, and we're off already at District of Muskoka update. And I know, with the exception maybe of a Public Works meeting, there were no meetings because all that happens next week. Our council meetings a couple of weeks early here. So Councillor Thompson, did you have anything to report from your committee meeting though?
No, our meeting is next week as well.
Is it? Okay. I thought there was a special one in there, but I stand corrected. So council, we're already at confirmation bylaw. And moved by Councillor Weeb and seconded by Councillor Stone, be it resolved that confirmation bylaw 2021-112 be received, numbered, and read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed this 13th day of December 2021. All in favor? That carries. And before I read the final resolution, I would like to say this is our last council meeting of 2021. And I think we had them all by Zoom. So that'll be a feat to look back on someday. Anyways, I know I'll see you all on Wednesday morning for general committee, but anybody who's tuned in tonight and doesn't tune again, we wish them a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. And with that, I have a resolution moved by Councillor Stone and seconded by Councillor Fitzgerald. Be it resolved that we do now adjourn at 5:47 p.m. All in favor? And that carries. And that's a record, I'm pretty sure.